weeks in India. Had an amazing time, getting to witness Indian Ultimate firsthand. I had a lot of fun playing with the kids, learning some dance moves on the sidelines, getting to eat food with them after sessions, and meeting their families and understanding what Ultimate has done for them in their lives. It reminded me of just how much a sport can do for an individual, especially a sport like Ultimate, where there isn't a lot of money or fame, but there's a lot of opportunity to improve yourself, whether that's as an athlete, a teammate, or as a person. So I'm definitely coming back to the United States with a refreshed perspective on just how much I love Ultimate, and I can't wait to get back to playing and return to India next year.
Your expectations before going to see?
Yeah. I mean, I saw a couple videos on, seeing the kids play Frisbee in the camp. It's a different thing entirely to come here and see the campus. It's all very big and beautiful. It's funny because I guess we're here trying to teach gender equity and inclusion. And already you can see that the boys hang out with the boys, the girls hang out with the girls. But I think the program that we have will be a lot of fun. I'm excited to go meet the kids and play with them and be goofy. But Noy's only request was that I bring the enthusiasm. If I'm good for anything, I can do that. As soon as we went outside and started playing, just the amount of joy that you could see with these kids was exceptional. And it was very obvious that they really just wanted to play. It was funny because I guess the organization is called Just.Play.
ഇന്നത്തെ സെഷൻ എങ്ങനെ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു?
അടിപൊളിയായിരുന്നു.
ഭയങ്കര ഇഷ്ടപ്പെട്ടോ?
നല്ലോണം ഇഷ്ടപ്പെട്ട്. ഫീമെയിലും മെയിലും തമ്മിലുള്ള ഇതൊക്കെ
പക്ഷെ അവിടെ ഒരു വളരെ വളരെ ഒരു ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻറ്റ് കാര്യമുണ്ട്. ഈ സർക്കിളിൻ്റെ അകത്ത് തുടക്കവും അവസാനം ഒന്നുമില്ല. എല്ലാവരും ഇവിടെ ഒരുപോലെയാണ്. എവിടെ നിന്ന് വേണമെങ്കിലും നമുക്ക് തുടങ്ങാം, എവിടെ വേണമെങ്കിലും തീരാം.
Running the Bridging the Gaps camp with help from Transformational Sports made for a really unique coaching experience. Whereas most youth curriculums I've participated in were guided by the coaches, and the coaches provided a lot of the direction and discussions, the Bridging the Gaps course really empowered the children themselves to step out of their comfort zone and discuss topics surrounding social equity. It's hard for me to find a space for these discussions as an adult, so I was really impressed with how the course created a comfortable environment for the children to openly discuss things like gender norms and how they're perpetuated within our society. And today's session was a blast. And today, we stayed about an hour and a half or so later than expected because we just didn't want to leave the kids. And the kids didn't want to leave us either. That was really, really special. We got to do some great talking about the effects of media on our perception of gender stereotypes. Kids got to act out some skits, which was a lot of fun to see. We played some Boot and some Hotbox, two games that I loved playing in college. And it was great to see how much the kids loved playing those games. It just really shows how universally fun throwing a Frisbee can be. And then we ended our day with, we split into two teams and we played a full-on game to 15. It was great to see a lot of mixed Ultimate. The kids applying their understanding of throwing to space, clearing space for each other, and playing equitable mixed ultimate. We ended the day with a lot of hugs and promises to come back next year. And this was definitely a really, great part of my trip. I'm super excited to come back to Kerala next year. All right, yeah, so where do I start? I mean, I was feeling really, really good at the end of yesterday's session. I was really excited. And then all of a sudden, just my stomach was not agreeing with me, and I've managed to throw up 4 or 5 times today. Pretty brutal setup. I wish I could be a little bit more active. This isn't the first impression that I wanted to give Delhi. But I'm still excited to be here. The Y Ultimate staff is here, sort of running the session. Oh, perfect. Excellent, thank you. Yeah, see, they're taking care of me already. I was really impressed that in 6 hours the kids could play such a high level of Ultimate. They had a strong understanding of forehands and backhands, how to set a mark, and I think the only improvements that we'd try to bring today is just a better understanding of how to attack and clear space. But for being 6 hours into their Ultimate careers, that's a pretty impressive fundamental base. But Noi had managed to get all the donors and Y Ultimate patrons together to hang out at the GK HQ. And there was a bonfire. People were sharing their Ultimate stories or what brought them to that, bonfire. And it was really interesting to see just the diversity of experiences that brought people there. I think what really impressed me was that it seems like Indian Ultimate as a whole puts Ultimate as like a social development tool at the forefront of playing the sport, rather than just simply competing. It seems like it's used to build relationships that's what's at its core, which was really cool to see. And so after that bonfire, we all ate some food. I finally got to meet some of the GK players I've been talking to on Instagram. So it was nice to put a name to a face. They're all a bunch of characters. Some of them are as sweet as you would imagine. Some of them are even more mischievous than you would imagine. But I'm really excited to continue to, hang out with them, get to know them. And that was day 1 in Delhi.
Very serious.
We're out here back at DTA school.
We are getting into the school right now.
So we can't let us go crazy right now.
So it sounds like there's a school assembly, and I'm supposed to be on the dais over there. And they essentially want me to speak to the entire school. This was thrown on me about a minute ago, and I'm only just now realizing that I'm going to be speaking English to a bunch of kids that might only understand Hindi. So I'm getting a crash course from my boy Nilay.
Hey Munis, what's your reactions, man?
I'm just so happy I don't have to speak yet. I'm glad that all our friends got plants. That's exciting.
Okay, go. Now go. Go.
So we have had a team of coaches. We have 6 coaches on our active roster, and specifically for the school. And each day we have at least 4 coaches coming.
Yeah, so we just finished at DTA school. Fortunately, I didn't have to speak on the dais. I was pretty scared of that. We played a quick scrimmage. It was really fun. I mean, the kids were great. I think they definitely learned some stuff on how to create space for each other and whatnot. I had a ton of fun learning dance moves from them on the sideline. This is what I got for the AUDL next summer. Let's see. They're already a blast. I mean, look, they're already right there. Just excited to hang out. But yeah, I mean, overall, really positive experience. Super excited to see what's next.
खेल के कैसा लगा? बहुत अच्छा लगा। खेल के हमें बहुत अच्छा लगा भैया के साथ और कोचेस के साथ। हमने फ्रिस्बी अल्टीमेट फ्रिस्बी खेला और पैनकेक फोरहैंड ये सब हमने सीखा। और
जब पहली बार खेला तो सारे डाउट हुए थे और समझ नहीं आ रहा था। धीरे धीरे हमारी इम्प्रूवमेंट हुई और जब आज खेला तो बहुत ज़्यादा मज़ा आया और सर के साथ तो और भी ज़्यादा मज़ा आया।
बहुत ही ज़्यादा अच्छा लगा मुझे ये गेम खेल के।
This is my first actual Y Ultimate session. It's being coached by Mega and Vikas. This time around, I'm just kind of participating in the session, kind of getting a feel for what it's like. I mean, they've already had a pretty well-coached warm-up led by one of the kids, which is pretty exciting. Yeah, that's pretty much my first impression for right now. I'll let you know how it goes in the middle of the session. The kids, they were super well coached. I was really impressed to see the level of youth talent in India. I'd never, I guess, seen them compete before. I'm excited to see them next Wednesday in Zamadpur and then hopefully see them compete and maybe win the Udan tournament next weekend. Thanks.
What's your thoughts? Yeah, I'll do this. Okay.
It's pretty crowded, man.
Okay.
We're averaging about a meter every 15 seconds. There's 700 stalls. It's I don't know. It's definitely really exciting.
Okay.
I'm also pretty overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I didn't bring my wallet with me, so I don't think I'll be buying anything.
Okay.
I have. In my part of the trip, in other parts of India, everybody's been really excited about GK. So I want to see, does GK live up to the hype? I know they're probably thinking the same thing about me. This AUDL guy. Let's see. But yeah, I have a pretty intense practice plan scheduled for them. We'll see, how they hold up after 3 hours of, intense ultimate. Team, it's within your reach. You just need to push each other very hard. Munis Thahir, मैं USA आया हूँ. My favorite team, GK man. So that when you're moving, when you're jumping, when you're sprinting, it's more comfortable. So don't ever be confident and comfortable in this drill. Always be stretching. Great. So. pretty excited to see their response to, I guess, how much intensity I tried to add to practice. No one ever really complained about wanting more water or needing more rest, despite the fact that we did several full field sprints. Yeah, I mean, it's like a high school, college age team with some older players mixed in, and they can compete at a club level, which is impressive in its own right. But what Benoit and I are trying to get across to them is that they could be a world-class club team as long as they bring the same amount of energy, intensity, and focus as they did to this session, when I'm not here. So, I made them a promise that I'd give them my 100% commitment as like a remote coach if they promised to bring that sort of, commitment to practice. And they all responded very well. And then I learned at the end that this is only about 30 to 40% of what they're capable of, and they feel like they could have shown more. And that, for me, gets me super pumped. I'm excited to try to push the pace of the next couple sessions and see how they respond. I think they could be a really good team. So we're at Delhi Heart, which I'm not really sure what it is. Like
Delhi Hat.
Delhi Heart. Oh, Delhi Heart. Oh, I keep hearing Delhi Heart. Yeah, I'm not really sure what it is, but Nalay suggested that you can get the best food here. So we're here looking for some good food. It's pretty good.
It's pretty good, right? I really love this. खा ले भाई.
We're going to play pickup with the GK players. We're walking to Zamalpur Park. Deepak is our tour guide.
Yeah.
Hi. Yeah, we're supposed to get there at 7 a.m., but you woke up late. So now we're going to be late, but I think maybe fashionably late. I don't think anybody will be too mad. Overall level of gameplay is pretty impressive for 7 in the morning and everybody's still recovering from last night. I know my body hurts from yesterday's session. A lot of the players' bodies hurt from yesterday's session, but everybody's still playing on this damn hard ground and still working very hard, which is really exciting. He's trying to stop this door.
Yeah, stop this. So going this way.
Yeah, so this session was a little bit tougher. We're back at the same park. We're back trying to follow the same practice plan, but I think maybe we started like half an hour earlier, half an hour later, and we've like pretty much ran out of light, which made it pretty hard to teach. We also had like a brand new coaching staff for this session, and it was just kind of chaotic. That being said, the kids have responded amazingly well. I mean, we gave them some steps that were, I guess, pretty difficult to learn given the same circumstances, but I mean, they're still just excited to play in the little light that they have, which to me is pretty inspiring. But yeah, it seems like they're having fun still, so I won't worry too much about how chaotic of a practice it was.
So we at Y Ultimate work with children and youth from different communities, and it is really important to understand the context that they come from. So along with the Frisbee sessions that we do, our coaches have regular community visits where we engage with the parents and family to understand what happens off the field as well. And to have a well-rounded experience of what we do at Y Ultimate, we invited Munis also to be part of our community visits after his coaching sessions at each of these communities.
community visits in Guddi, and I was just kind of blown away by how welcoming everybody was. Like literally at every single house that we went to, we were offered snacks and sweets and chai, and people were just kind of excited to let me into their homes and I guess hear about why I play Ultimate and help me understand some of the contexts in which like their kids play Ultimate. It was interesting to see some of the different perspectives that parents had on their kids playing, whether it was, you know, I have no problems, to I'm really glad my kid has this outlet from all their day jobs, to I don't want my kids to play because they need to pass their, 10th or 12th grade board exams. It was really easy, or it was really cool to see just like the different perspectives that people brought to Ultimate, and it definitely added a lot of context to the sessions I'm doing with these kids.
Actually, the Saket community, that is gonna be fun. Like the place where they play is like right in the middle of a forest that the kids itself found out. I'm sure he's gonna have fun just reaching the place.
Alright, that's how we do it in Oakland.
It was really cool to kind of play in the middle of the jungle, and after, balling with the kids and getting my butt kicked by one kid named Kunal, it was fun to kind of go into the Saket colony.
You asking for my
नहीं ओके
And sort of spend time with, again, another set of families, and talk about some of the challenges that like their kids had, whether those were behavioral problems or just trouble that they were having in school, and hearing about how why Ultimate in particular could provide some structure to them, whether that was creating dedicated group study times before these practice sessions, or simply checking in with teachers, checking in with parents, checking in with the kids to see how they're doing in terms of addressing behavioral problems or problems in school. It was cool to see that yet again, all these families just showed us a lot of warmth and welcoming. I learned that in Indian culture there's this concept of mother is God, father is God, your guru is God, and then the host your guest is something like God, which I guess explains a lot of the friendliness that we received. I mean, I think I've drank more chai today than I've drank water. Pretty sure I'm sweating chai now, but it's like very humbling to see these perspectives and hear why these kids come to play Ultimate and what it can do for them. Definitely gives me a lot to take home and reconsider, what are things in my life that I just take for granted, whether that comes to my job, my training, my, ability to, I guess, make a living for myself, my family's ability to make a living for themselves. just in general adds a lot of gratitude to that perspective. The dogs seem to agree. We're back at the infamous Zamrudpur Park. We had our second GK session. Started at 6 a.m. We were promised like 20 players, but when we arrived there was like 8 or 9. So off the bat we kind of knew that we weren't starting from where we wanted to. At the end of our first session we felt like we only had 40% of our potential. So I was hoping to build off that, and so this morning it felt like we took a couple steps back. So we tried to just focus on the 1 hour pre-tournament warm-up that we do in the US. Essentially just trying to prime ourselves to be ready to do anything by the first point of the tournament. So we went through that warm-up. I let themselves set the energy, and they were at about 40%, and sure enough, our first game to 5 had something like 13 to 15 turnovers. It was just very sloppy. And I led the same warm-up a second time, focusing on attention to detail, focusing on maximum energy and focus, and pretending like we're actually going to play the first point of a tournament. Then we played a second game to 5, and it was much cleaner. Defensive intensity was through the roof. Offenses were forced to play a cleaner style of ultimate. And I think overall they are walking away with from this session with the importance of coming together and really pushing each other in terms of not just intensity but the focus they bring to these sessions in order to really not only improve their game, but that mutual sacrifice is what makes Frisbee at a high level such a valuable experience in terms of like the relationships that you build when you do that.
It's about shuffling our feet to go from stopping one throw to stopping the next throw. The drill we're going to do is going to teach you how you can move the mark and create an easy throwing window. Cool. So the word of the day is equity. Both in the GK session and in this Y Ultimate session, there were a lot of instances where the male matching players were really excited to, I don't know if it was like show off in front of me or whatever, but they were doing too much, and there's some blatant examples of inequitable ultimate. So yeah, I think just it was important to pause play when this happened, stop, and let the male matching players know that it's like very disappointing to see.
Community visits in Zamrudpur. It was again interesting to just see like the perspectives that these kids have when they're coming to Ultimate. They all come from families where the parents are working very, very hard and struggling to make ends meet, keep a roof over their kids' heads. But all the kids that we saw in Zamrudpur were, doing exceptional in their studies, and they were exceptional kids. There weren't any behavioral issues or anything like that. So it was nice to be able to go to the parents and comment on how well their kids are doing in Frisbee, and share my perspective on why I think Frisbee could help provide more structure and discipline for these kids to continue doing well with their studies. But yeah, it overall was really positive experience, and I'm excited to go get some Golgappa.
First time, let's see. It's spicy plus tangy. That's it. That's it. Nothing else. It's a good sign. It's a good sign.
So after 10 days of running on a hard ground, today was the first strengthening day. We did a workout with Mega. She captains GK Mad. It was an hour of interval training. It was brutal, and I couldn't finish I think 80% of the workout, but Mega was just kind of cranking through it like it was no problem. Trying really hard to be supportive, but I really didn't want to do parts of it. I definitely haven't been eating enough. I definitely haven't been sleeping enough. So my body really can't hang with her right now. But when it comes to just being ready for the rest of the season, Mega's definitely setting the tone for GK Mad and the rest of the team. We wrapped the workout. We got some coconuts. We drank the water. Now our guy is chopping it up, eating the husk. Good stuff. I would say I'm ready for another workout, but not with her. We're waiting for the bus. Now we're on the bus. So, we're on our way to, what's it called? Huh? Yes. Okay, yeah. So, we took a bus halfway, now we're taking an auto the rest of the way. We crammed 4 guys into the back of this auto, 3 big bags. So, the gas is on my lap because it's just what we have to do. Yep. Next time, I guess, we'll be in the field, huh? At Oakland Park. It's a really nice field. Looks like the kids are all pretty new to Ultimate, but it's pretty exciting to see that there's over 30 of them here. It's funny because I'm a little nervous. I don't know what to expect, so I've been rubbing my hands, and they all think I'm doing Namaste, so they've been saying Namaste Bhaiya quite a bit. Yeah, here goes nothing.
और अगर मैं उन्हें फोर्स बैकहैंड दे रहा हूँ, इसका मतलब मैं फोर्स कर रहा हूँ कि वो बैकहैंड थ्रो करे। सुपर। ठीक है, ऑफ साइड डिफेंस चेंज कर लो एक बार।
Community visits at Oakland. I don't know, it's really fun. This was definitely the funniest group of kids. It was cool to see how supportive the parents were of Ultimate. It seems like the NGO that's responsible for teaching these kids, called The Boss, has a really good partnership with Y Ultimate, and so the parents are inherently more trusting of the Frisbee program because it's partnered with the teaching or education NGO. Yeah, it was
definitely an exceptional coaching session. It was cool to finish up the community visits, which is a fascinating experience. Yeah, that's a wrap on all the community visits.
Main focus was just trying to add some structure to their gameplay, especially in the vertical offense. Mostly because if they have structure to rely on, it's going to help promote more constructive conversations when they're not so sure whether or not they're playing equitably or not with respect to gender. It's supposed to be a 3-hour session. We ended up playing for 5 hours. I shared with them my story, my perspective on Ultimate, and they seemed to really resonate with it. It seemed like we finally broke down that wall that they built, where they thought that maybe as a celebrity, now they could actually see me as Munis instead of Munis Thahir from AUDL or all these other club teams. So that was pretty cool. And yeah, now it's time to get ready for the Udon tournament. We got up at like 6 in the morning, took a metro to Noida with the kids. As soon as we got to the fields, I saw the energy was really, really high. That was really exciting to see. And then once games started, just a high level of spirit and a high level of play all around. Teams actually dropped out, so we took some of the other players and we just kind of formed like a pickup team.
विवेक खाली है क्या हुआ
And then we just wrapped up by watching Team Sakit and Team Tughlaqabad, or I guess Abbas. And they were, I mean, it was quite an exceptional game, on par with a lot of like the YCC talent that I see in the US. Both teams were extremely spirited. Both teams were pushing each other very hard. It was honestly like just very, very fun to watch. I was losing it on the sideline. There were just like a lot of mixed gendered hucks. A lot of great defense. Truly just kind of an exceptional day. And now, we got to hang out with the kids a little bit, do some dancing, eat some of the food with them. And yeah, they're all asking me if I'm going to be here tomorrow. I don't think they know that I kind of helped organize the tournament, so I'm thrilled to kind of hang out with them more. Spirits are really high. Can't wait for tomorrow.
आज का गेम कैसे रहा?
कैसा रहा? बहुत अमेजिंग था हमारा गेम। मतलब कि एक अलग उत्साह था खेलने का, जीतने का तो इतना नहीं था, पर खेलने का था। बहुत मस्ती किया, खाया, मस्ती किया, मुझे बहुत मजा आया।
मुझे बहुत मज़ा आ रहा था। मुनीस भैया मतलब साइड से सपोर्ट कर रहे थे और आ रहे थे बार बार बीच में, तो वो बहुत मज़ा आ रहा था। और जो हमारी टीम थी ना, वो साइड लाइन से बहुत अच्छा सपोर्ट कर रही थी। और जो हमारा पहला मैच था, उसमें थोड़ा सा लगा कि ठंड की वजह से ग्रैब छूट रहे हैं, लग रही है हाथ में। फिर उसके बाद जो दूसरा गेम हुआ, फिर तीसरा गेम हुआ। तीसरा गेम तो खतरनाक था।
So we're here with Vijay, team manager of Gadi. So he is the Zinedine Zidane of his team.
गेम कैसे लगा?
सीरियसली बताऊँ तो गेम बहुत अच्छा लगा। बहुत मज़ा आया 2 दिन से टूर्नामेंट करके। मॉर्निंग में सुबह उठकर खेलना, वॉक करना, प्रैक्टिस करनी, सब तो बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है। और सो हम फाइनल में पहुंच चुके तो और अच्छा लग रहा है।
तो मुस्कान ने जैसा कहा कि हम लोग मतलब फाइनल में पहुंचने वाले हैं, मतलब पहुंच गए हैं। और मेरी पूरी टीम इतनी एक्साइटेड थी कि मतलब हम फाइनल में जाएंगे, मैच खेलेंगे, और वो अभी मतलब इस मुकाम पे हम लोग पहुंच गए हैं। फाइनल मैच है हमारा, हम बहुत एक्साइटेड हैं। हमारी सामने वाली टीम भी मतलब बहुत हार्ड है, पर हम बहुत बेटर करना चाहेंगे।
टूर्नामेंट तो बहुत ज़्यादा अच्छा है, जो ऑर्गेनाइज करा है, जो बहुत ज़्यादा अच्छा लगा है, क्योंकि मैं टूर्नामेंट में गई हूँ तो बहुत मज़ा आता है।
तो मेरा कहना ये था टूर्नामेंट्स के लिए, मतलब जिन भैया लोगों ने ये ऑर्गेनाइज करा, हमें लगा नहीं था कि 8 को मैच है, 7-8 को मैच है। हम सोच रहे थे कि ऐसी मिक्सअप टीम होगी, मैच मिक्सअप खेलेंगे सारा। पर जब भैया ने बोला कि 6 गर्ल्स एंड 6-7-8 बॉयज़ होने चाहिए, सबों का मैच होगा यहाँ पे, टूर्नामेंट्स होगा, ये तो
मतलब मिक्स जेंडर था तो बहुत मज़ा आया खेल कर। और मतलब इतना सपोर्टिंग है, सारी टीम जो ऑर्गेनाइज कर रही है बहुत ज़्यादा सपोर्टिंग है, तो थैंक यू सो मच।
थैंक यू सो मच।
So we just wrapped up our last day of Udan. Saket won the entire thing, which makes me very happy because they definitely played the best mixed ultimate, using their boys and girls equally. At the end of the tournament, we were able to recognize the most spirited team. The most spirited player from each team got a jersey from my friends in the Bay Area, which was cool to see how excited they were. But yeah, that was a wrap on the tournament, and that's a wrap on my 2 weeks in India. I was really happy to be here. Taking photos with all the kids was a lot of fun, a little bit stressful. But yeah, now I'm approaching my last day in Delhi. All I really want to do is hang out with my friends on GK one last time before I see them next year.
Do I need to give you a voiceover?
I can say this.
Yeah.
No.
I'm packing, and they're doing their best to make me cry before I leave.
Good.
The wrong person. He went with the wrong person.
Who is that?
Hey, wait on it.
I have to get blessings from his feet, right?
Isn't that Manjit wearing pink color?
Decathlon made only one copy.
Yeah,
Manjit share it.
Bye. Thanks for running.
Good. All right, well, we're at the airport, so that's a wrap on the trip. Pretty sad to leave, but after a good conversation with Benoit, I'm sure I'll be back next year. I don't think I'll miss the traffic.
I'll definitely miss the food. I'll definitely miss the people. And I'll definitely miss the Frisbee. But I mean, I'm leaving with a sense of motivation. Got to train hard, have a good season on Spiders this year, and then got to rep 9-1. But yeah, that's a wrap. We'll see you next year. Oh yeah, you need the shot of me waving away.
With that, we have come to the end of an amazing 2 weeks with Munis. Special thanks to all those people who have been part of this journey, our beneficiaries, family members, coaches, supporters, donors, well-wishers, a lot of people that we don't even know who donated jerseys and Frisbees and supported us this way. Special thanks to the AUDL and Transformation Sports for making this come true. Thank you for making this an ultimate new year for a lot of children. Thank you. Hope to see you soon.
मेरा नाम मुनीस है। मैं अमेरिका से आया हूँ। आप सबको देखे खुश हूँ। मजा आया। Okay, now I'll speak in English.
Sectionize, allegiance.
Section